All right, we are back with Coach D, and we are joined now by senior high jumper Nakita Gray. Nakita, you came just a few inches away from hitting a PR this past weekend, but you still get the win out at Texas A&M. Talk about your confidence now heading into another big weekend coming up at Auburn, but just talk about that big win for you.
Well, of course, I wanted to win, and I'm glad that the meet went how it was. I wanted to get a higher height, of course, but I feel like just working on it at practice and everything, fixing the little small things will really help with this weekend. I feel pretty confident because, I feel like after me and Coach D talked about it, I know what went wrong, and it's just those small things that I have to fix. So I feel pretty confident about this weekend.
And as we learned from Ty, it's all about confidence. How much confidence did you gain from the outdoor season last year and being there with Janelle and being in a lot of big moments and coming up big in those big moments, making second team All-American? I mean, how much does that play into this season now? I mean, how much of it carries over?
Well, last year was very eye-opening, I would say. The first time going to nationals was a great experience. And just learning things from last year from Janelle. She was definitely a great workout partner. That definitely carries over to this year as far as my confidence level, because seeing where I've been, I know I have to go there and beyond. So I just feel like it's going to be a great season.
And Coach, talk a little bit about Nakita and what she's been able to learn from that experience last year. And I know Janelle's still around on campus, but how much of what Nakita was able to learn from Janelle is kind of carried over into the season?
Well, from many times we've spoken before, Janelle brings, just to have someone at her level to be out there always, and just adds to who's around her. She makes everybody around her better, and not just jumping wise, but as a person. And we certainly take. Nakita's spent a great deal of her summer making commitments at an even higher level, and having in her heart to continue really kind of the legacy of what's happened here in the jump area. And she could have easily say, hey, well, maybe I can't do what she's done, but she didn't do that. She made a commitment this summer that I'm going to continue this. I want my university to be known for these things, and I'm going to be the contributing force to it happening. And she worked hard, and when I got back from China, I was very pleased to see what awesome shape she was in, and things that she was doing in her own time to commit to the season before the season even started. And so, her eyes was on the prize from last season that, hey, I didn't do everything I wanted to do in the season, and I'm going to make sure I can do all that's in my power to do to make sure I can get what I came here to get. And she wants to jump high, and she wants to do, she wants to see the records that Janelle has seen, and has been willing to pay the price. So the confidence from last year and her first time with us on the team just has catapulted us into just an outstanding fall. And as much as last weekend wasn't exactly what we wanted, she will jump high, and this is the hard part. Sometimes you want it yesterday, and times in the fall that she's achieved so much, the expectations is there. So I know that was a disappointment for us, but Janelle, along with the rest of the team that we have this year, it's just a better team than we had, and we got a lot of great parts that's going to work for us. Our men's team is outstanding, and it's in the atmosphere. So everybody wants to do great. I do think the scoring meets have raised the level of expectations of even with the athletes, because it's we're keeping score, so everybody knows it. So there's another level of excitement that goes into getting there, getting to the meet, and putting the shoes on and making it happen. So, but Nakita's doing an outstanding job. We look for her to improve on her marks from last year, and how she fared in the nation, and so we look to continue that, and she's doing her part to make it happen.
Nakita, we'll wrap up with you. take us through your mentality in a meet. There's so many different ways an athlete can get locked in. It's either driven by who you're facing, or just kind of finding the drive within yourself. What is your style of kind of focusing in on the task when you're going into those competitions?
Well, my first focus is just trying to maintain focus on the task at hand. Like, especially during warm-ups, that's where it all starts. Well, really the entire day. Just focusing my mind on what I need to do, how I need to execute my jumps and everything. As far as during the competition, I try to rerun my approach over and over in my mind, so I have it down pat when I do go up there to jump. But in between jumps is like you're waiting for everybody else to finish jumping, so your mind can kind of drift off elsewhere. So I try not to let that happen. Just really maintaining my focus and staying focused during the competition.
All right, great. Well, thank you for your time, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.